hallgassuk ki.
Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Hogy érintette önt, amikor tudomást szerzett a zsarolásról? Várja. Persze a ravasz izgalmas túl sok mindent, igen, nem tudok rá a falhoz, hiszen egy trükkös. Ennyi, és meg a detektív méter is kevesebb.
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Miért nem értesítették a rendőrséget? Nagyon elfoglaltnak tűnik, mivel foglalkozik mostanság. Bizalmatlan.
You seem a very busy man. May I ask what you do?
It's, uninteresting.
Would you elaborate?
I got a small share in the meat substitute business. If the new product works, maybe we can make your job easier.
You mean reduce predation in Clawville?
There are such plans. If you're interested, talk to Olivia, my assistant. She's an expert in what she does, unlike me.
Thank you. That's it for now.
Ózsi. Mondja, öné ez a hely, ezt már tudjuk, hogy nem. Nagyon szűk szó Mr. Wessler, pedig úgy hallotta maga kész szónok. Hogy áll az alibikkel, Mr. Wessler? Hát azt is mondta, hogy fáradt.
How are your alibis, Mr. Wessler?
Am I a suspect? That was fast. But thank you for asking. They're solid.
Nem mondjuk, ez is igaz. Azt is mondta, hogy mit csináltak. Akkor nem ezt kellett volna mondani.
No need. And no, you're
Kérdezni.
not a suspect. Yet. No more than everyone else in Clawville.
That's, reassuring.
Wessler is tougher than I thought. And he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
De finoman is egy kis kerülővel megközelíteni a témát. Lobbanékony titkolózó. Mi titkolózóna? Volt bármi hasonló incidens Natasha múltjában? Egyáltalán nem találja veszélyesnek ezeket az üzeneteket? Találtak egymáshoz Natasha, vagy sok időt tölt mostanában ezen a helyen? Talán ez.
What do you mean exactly, chicken?
Mr. Featherland, if you please. This could be important. How does she stand on the scale from sweetheart to wife?
Oh, you have some nerve. Ask her that. I'm a gentleman, Mr. Featherland.
Really?
Maybe you can't comprehend it, but I can't ask for her hand until she offers it to me herself.
How chivalrous.
Még ő fel nem kínálja.
Get to the point, detective.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and softened him with my previous questions. Now it's time to be specific and ruthless.
Eléggé megkavartam és megpuhítottam, itt az ideje konkrétan és kíméletlennek lennem. Kaptak már hasonló fényeket. De konkrétan és kíméletlennek lennem. Hát, ez egy jó kérdés. Nem tudom. De most, ha konkrétan és kíméletlennek lennem, akkor ez lennék, nem? Tehát akkor inkább ez. Ugye a gangster és a cicababa, mi? Az, hogy kaptak már hasonló fenyegetés korábban, ez nem kíméletlen nekem. Meg az, hogy az ősön vallomás lenne. Vagy igen. Hát nem tudom. Hát próbáljuk meg, nem tudom.
How did you...
Huh?
Apa.
Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out? Huh?
Okos, okos.
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse. So, how was it? When was it exactly?
You don't remember? That's strange.
Yeah, the millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here, only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
Nagyon romantikus.
There are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you couldn't afford.
Aha. Egy háztartásban
in
élnek?
the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Goldtown. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
És egy afféle hétvégi pihenő.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend, roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
Amikor teljesen egyedül van egész hétvégén, szóval Natasha halálos veszélyben érzi magát, mégis eljár otthonról.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger.
Az első.
Yet she's still going out alone.
Áj, basszus. Bocs.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at, but I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. You're right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
60% fókuszság. Fókuszpontosság. A záró gondolatok, így kell ezt csinálni, nem tökéletes, de még mindig benned van, ami kell ehhez a melóhoz. Azért a vénkakas még tud egy-két trükköt, igaz? Pontos nyom, Ibn mindent megtett, hogy kerülje a témát, amikor a fenyegetések kerültek szóba, biztos, hogy többet tud, mint amit hajlandó volt elmondani.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh, Marty.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Arcú. Na.
Sonny. Sonny.
Chloe's still lying in my bed, and it's dead.
Wow. Okay.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
Ahem. You were amazing, dear. As always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
Cocktail.
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny.
Oj,
You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
megyünk fel a szobájába.
Hey,
Új.
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Na. Lehet, hogy ezt így nem tudom, hogy ibben mindent nekünk régen ezt olvastuk. Szóval, Natasha. Most ilyen igézően zöld színűen sokkal jobban. Én mostanában valamiféle húspótló üzlettel foglalatoskodik, legalábbis az asszisztens állítása szerint. Even furcsán viselkedett és habozott, amikor azt hoztam szóba, hogy ismerkedtem vele Natasával. Érdemes lenne meghallgatni a történetet a másik oldalról is. Különböző húspótló készítmények tették lehetővé a valódi húsfogyasztásának visszaszorítását, amivel csökkent a ragadozás és a családon belüli kannibalizmus is az egész vadvidéken. Ezek a készítmények egyre népszerűbbek, és nem csak ragadozók fogyasztják őket.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it. Gee, that is a unique picture and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know.
Kind of
I don't
compliment.
compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
Igaz? Na,
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But
See.
thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told.
vicces.
Anyway,
Mióta
lovely
nagyon
room.
vicces.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
You do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your
Nem az
brain.
enyémbe, hál' Istennek, nem kell megjegyezni mindent.
That's a bit of
Bajba
an
lennék
exaggeration,
nagyon.
but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Ojjjjjj.
Well, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Várjál. Várjál. Natasha valóban titokzatos nő és veszélyesnek is tűnik, de az nem kérdés, hogy bajban van. A kérdés sokkal inkább az, ő maga-e a baj forrása, vagy valaki más. Ó, beszélgessünk.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
Igaz ez megint? Igaz ez? Ez maga viszik, maga biztos.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't
mindig
have the
hagyja.
time. But this
Sokszor lesz
still
ez,
calls
ugye?
my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Elegáns ez a hely, elegáns a szobája, és az a kép a falon különösen merész. Pontosan maga biztos, hogy rejtés.
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh,
Suspiciously nice things. Just like you.
do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Gondolja, hogy az egyik csodálója állhat a fényketések hátterében. Mit tud elmondani nekem Vivian Westlerről?
What can you tell me about
Próbáljuk rá.
Gibbon Wessler?
You should be more specific. What do you want to know?
Én azt hiszem. Ugyan ismertek meg Ibennel, ha nem vagyok túlságosan indiszkrét, mennyit tud Ibn üzleti ügyeiről. Nem gondolja, hogy túl fárasztó az a képlet. A cici baba? A cica baba meg a gangster főnök esete. Lehet ezt kéne, mert azt írta, hogy meg kéne hallgatni a másik oldalt is.
How did you meet Ibn, if I'm not too intrusive?
Of course you're intrusive, but I guess that's an occupational hazard.
Baba is Pikachu.
Well, yes.
I was a dancer here in the club, in Anita Jenkins' chorus. When she was in a good mood and allowed it, sometimes I even did her vocals for her, although she thought I was an upstart little whore.
How does Ibn treat you nowadays?
Like a prince treats a princess. Maybe that sounds like a cliché.
A little.
He holds me in the hollow of his hand. He always has. He's never hurt me. He couldn't. Recently, he's been a bit distracted and nervous, but there's heavy weight on his shoulders right now. That's why I didn't want to burden him with any of this.
Distant and nervous. Could you elaborate?
Fejteni pontosabban.
Ibn is devoted and attentive. He sends someone every hour to ask me if everything's all right. But I can't even remember a time when we were together. Just the two of us. Recently, he spends a lot of time here and in other clubs. When he's with me, he's nervous and preoccupied.
Why is that? Don't you think it's strange?
I don't think it has anything to do with the threats. It started earlier.
Any ideas about a cause?
None. Maybe it's stress. Ibn's working on doing more and more of business legally. That's kind of hard for someone like him.
Is he trying to get himself out of the underworld?
Maybe.
That's interesting. Thank you. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know. What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes,
Kurva, mi?
I think I know what it could be.
Whore.
Jaj. Skippet ki. Hogy kimondta, hogy or. Ez klippelt ki, légy.
Cat got your tongue?
Ha tudod.
Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was the
Lemerült az egered, what?
that was printed
Akkor
on
már
the paper
mindegy.
and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Ó, Istenem, ez jó volt. Jó hallotta, kimondtam, amire gondolt. És igen, ezzel az üzenetben ezt nyomtatták az újságra, és ezt írtak a falamra is. Óriási vörös betű.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Azt javaslom, hozza meg magát egy időre, fenyegetéseknek köze lehet az önök sajátosan veszélyes kapcsolatához. Soha nem látták a tettes. Egy kósza alakot sem. Mi a helyzet a Gilmore-ral? Gilmore-ral, ő is maga miatt van itt.
no one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Ibn has men everywhere, literally, my shadows, ghosts in every alley, but no one saw anything.
Belsős munka lehetne.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe?
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
What poetry! Did you ever think about writing a book?
Hát gondoltam már.
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Vagy mi? Ezt nem mondtad az elején, hogy csak kamuzik.
Maybe that's the
És ez
point.
miért kamuzna?
I would
Az
read
elején mondta,
about
hogy
you.
novellát akarna írni.
Not
vagy
like
mi?
the chicken police pulp fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Well, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
Sikerült, köszi. Ez jó. Szóval nem rajongó és nem belső ember. Hát mondjuk nem kérdezzük meg a rajongókat, most ez honnan megy?
A dark shadow from the past? An ex-lover? A husband, maybe?
I'm surprised you asked that just now.
Well, I have my habits. Some call my methods peculiar.
Sziasztok, Fedelejű rajongói. Én Baba Fannika vagyok. Mi van? Jaj. Ez lett a izé neved? Nem. Nem ismerem. Azt hittem az lett a OnlyFans-en a neved.
What a curious way to put it.
Én óvatos vagy.
I'm a curious kind of fellow.
I've never been married, and I don't really have any serious relationship before Hobart.
A more dangerous, not serious relationship, maybe?
I've never been with anyone long enough for them to hate me.
Love is just another face of hate.
So is hate a face of love then?
Ahogy a gyűlölet és a szeretet.
I guess. Were
Ugye,
you on
Mina?
the run?
No, Mr. Featherland. I came to Clawville with a clean slate, and I'd like to believe it will stay that way.
Semmi, mindegy.
You mean as the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler, the biggest mob boss in Clawville? Yeah, good luck with that. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
Oh. Egész jól feltoltuk ezt a detektív métert. Na jó, eleget kerüljük a forrókását, honnan ismeri
Let's
Molly?
stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and
There you go.
suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Huh?
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
Végig szórakozott, ha nem igaz? Mégis mit szeretne tőlem?
What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
No. Hát 90%-ja egyet elrontottam. Záró gondolatok, a legendás csirkekopók visszatértek, baby, még egy kapott. Jó, igen. Ja, hogy ez... Ja. Oké, fontos nyom, a fenyegető üzenet, hogy pontosabban fenyegető szó, hogy Natasának küldtek gyomorba vágóan egyszerű kurva, rövid, de annál sokat mondó. Oké.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your...
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah,
Ez
I
a
understand
mesztelenre
everything.
húzva.
So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an
Uram,
hour. Don't be early and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
I'll be there for
Until
you.
later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Aztán... Új. És van. Ez a Golden. Vagy a új. Ennyi? Ez mind mondod? Nyomok. Natasha valóban fél, és a félelme őszinte. Mégse elhallgat elő dolgokat, és ez nagyon nem tetszik nekem. Natasha meghívott a hétvégi házába, hogy megmutasson valamit. Más helyzetben örülnék ennek, mint majom a farkának, de most inkább aggodalommal tölt el a dolog. Fenyegető üzenet, vagy pontosabban fenyegető szó, amit Natasha küldtek gyomorba vágva egyszer órát. Rövid annál sokat mondóbb. Jó. Ennyi többet nem tudsz.
Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
Oh.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Stop.
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
Nem tudom. Oh.
Why did you name it the Czar Club when you took over? It was the Millions before.
Maybe you can guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom of Slavonia. We are quite respectful of our leaders.
You feel that's not the case here in Clawville?
Here? No, absolutely not. Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their king. To them, he's only the Fox King. It's quite disrespectful and rude.
There's some truth to that.
Where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves, and whatever they do later, we proudly stand by our decision.
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end, I was the only one who made it to Clawville. So the name isn't because of nostalgia or respect. More like a reminder.
So, why, Deborah?
I could not seek you out in person. It was risky even to send Debbie.
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of my little investigation.
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one. May I be brash?
It's New Year's Eve. Everything goes tonight.
Ibn, do you love him?
In my own way, yes.
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love. Not like they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean they don't love however they can.
That's not a real answer, is it?
If you only accept yes or no, then yes, I love him.
So this
Addig nem lesz
message...
semmi a izébe, a vendégházba, hétvégi házba.
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny. But if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
Well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you,
Bár,
you see?
Yeah, you're a real angel. Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Thank you for your discretion. It means a lot.
Don't mention it.
So, who's this Olivia bird?
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know if she's sleeping with Ibn.
The thought may have crossed my mind.
You men. But guess what? Maybe she does.
You don't care?
As long as he loves me, I don't.
Well, that's your business. What do you know about her?
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture. It would even stand up, but Olivia doesn't have feelings. If she let Ibn sleep with her, it's because she does what he says, nothing more.
That was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it. Do you have a light, Natasha?
I'm sorry. I've never smoked.
Really? That's very uncommon in your line of work.
It was uncommon in all my previous lines of work too. But I promise that next time we meet, I'll bring you a box of matches.
I might take you up on that.
No trouble at all.
Talán. No. Tudom meg az észak-isztóniai cárságból érkezett onnan, és a legyenek valamiért nekünk kellett, később Natasha már egyetlen elárulva érte el Clawville-on. Natasha szerint teljesen érzelemmentes a nő, ami kizárná, hogy ő állja a fenyegetéseknek terében, ettől függetlenül lehet, hogy kiben is szeret. Ájben. Most nem lesz tűzünk. Azért halál lesz. Majd meglátjuk. Kiskeleti birodalomként visszakozunk rá. Ez a sztóniaiak büszke népének rideg világa. Főképp ragadozók és nagymacskák lakják meglehetősen kényes és feszült a helyzet Lauvil és Sztónia között, aminek történelmi és gazdasági okai egyaránt vannak. Tóz cárság volt a nagy húsháborúk legnagyobb vesztese, amióta széthullott a nagykeleti birodalom, roham tempóban fejlődnek és erősödnek. Sokan a második húsháború potenciális kirobbantóinak és a modern világra leselkedő legnagyobb veszélynek tartják. Alterra. Kétfő kontinens, az Alterra, a vadvidék, három nagy kontinens között ugyan a második legnagyobb, amit található, a világ legfejlettebb és legbefolyásosabb államai, mint Nautica, a Stószt cárság, Avíria, Vilézia és Szvolasszú, Lavoszlavia, vagy a Frón birodalom, és természetesen Lowell is, az 1000 színvárosa, Hektor harmadik Hektorra fogsz. Az égirány, a Róka király. A harmadik Hektor, ahogy sokan nevezik, a Róka király harmadik tagja, a Follow. Hogyan kéne ezt gondolom, ilyen francián kiejteni, csak nem Follow. Dinasztián. Ugyan Clovis egy kis állam, mindenkori királya, a vadvidék legbefolyásosabb közül, van nyilván nem is pusztán a város tényleges jelentősége, inkább annak a távoli tartomány. Most amúgy azt jutott eszembe, ha most ezek itt összefektenek, két különböző állatban milyen? Ezek volna. Hát amúgy, most hogyha ezt az ember ízét nézzük, hogy nem tudom. Nem tudom, hogy volt biológiában, meg ki lehetett számolni valamit már, hogy most fiú össze, vagy lány, kromoszómák, vagy nem tudom még, hát ki tudja. Nem tesznek gondolom erről említést neki.
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Na. Ó, eltűnt. Miban ez? Pedig most ezen fogok gondolkodni. Ja, még beszélni kell film arra.
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was kind of mysterious.
Amúgy nem tudom. Lehet mindig inkább a férfi. Nem tudom, hogy volt már, azért nem akarok hülyeséget mondani, hogy kromoszómázok itt, mert mit tudom, mert nem tudom, már nem emlékszem, hogy hogyan jön ki az, hogy ha egy fekete meg egy fehér ember összefekszik, akkor milyen színű gyermek lesz abban. Mi dönti el azt, hogy fekete bőrszínes vagy fehér. Ennek is volt valami, nem tudom, nem tudom. Egyszer tanultam, de hát az valamikor volt.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case Maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here.
Zomázom van, basszus. Oh.
Okay, I didn't say anything.
Na. Új funkció. Akkor még először kérdezünk.
The truth is, Ibn's a dirty bastard, but he's likable. It must be his charisma that snared Natasha.
Maybe there's more to it than simple wild love.
Who knows? Animals commit the dirtiest of deeds for wild love.
You've got a point.
Wonderful girl. Either I'm gonna kill her or I'm beginning to like her.
That's funny. I swear I've heard that before.
To be honest, me too.
So, Natasha invited us to her weekend house.
That's either very good news or very bad news.
Na ja, az...
50%. That's not that bad, is it?
That's an admirable attitude.
Attitude, yeah, he's got that. Most of the time, I think that's all he's got.
Hey,
Who is this woman anyway? She's like Ibn's shadow. Nobody knows anything about her.
I don't know if she has anything to do with the case, but it's worth keeping an eye on her anyway.
More women, more trouble.
Szóval, ha jön a barátnőd, akkor itt cseten még nagyobb baj
You
van.
already
értem.
fantasizing.
Even the sight of young women make me tired. Anyway, most people say she's the rat's lover too. But next to Natasha, I doubt he'd want her. Anyway, the pussycat would have already torn her to shreds.
Akarom megnézni a csetet.
Could be.
Oké. Jó. Sajnos már az. Ja. Mi vagyunk ilyen nagyon durva.
We stepped into it, didn't we?
Mi ez?
We stepped into it, didn't we?
Ennyi?
Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Nem, most visszafogom magam, mert akkor nem visszafogod magad, csak
those
lusta vagy.
names. All top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Ja, azok mind nagy nevek, amik a listán vannak.
Sure,
Érted?
that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of
Egy
a dead
hullak
man's
eszébe
hand.
feszeget.
Somebody dropped him outside the forest,
Ooh.
a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets.
Értelme.
She's the secret herself.
Jó.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Legközelebb hát most írtam alá a halási ítéletet.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Na szóval új helyszín, új minden. Nyomok. Csak pár nevet ismertem fel a listából, amit filmmel nyúlt a kezünkbe, de azok mind Lowell legfelsőbb rétegéhez tartoznak. Lehet, hogy csak egy esküvői névsor, de kétlem, hogy ez legyen a rész. Mit tudtunk meg Natasáról? Az impozáns nevekkel teli listának valami köze kell legyen Natasához, és így talán a fenyegetésekhez is. Filmarról pedig Filmar korábban maga is Natasának dolgozott, aki szállt az ügyben, mielőtt túl forróvá vált volna a talaj. Minden esetre megtartott az egyik bizonyítékot jó magán kopóhoz híván, ami most nagyon is jól jöhet nekünk. A Weekend House, Natasha Jacenko hétvégi házavárosban a legtisztább és legszeparáltabb negyedében, a virágvárosban áll. Kíváncsi vagyok a citrus vajon, mit rejteget. olyan sok helyszín nincs, még van egy, kettő, három, ismeretlen van. Na. Akkor jöhetünk a hétvégi házakhoz. Voltunk. Akkor a következő